There's too much of afflictions, too much of pain, too much of sufferings, too much of restlessness and storms and stubborn situations in the life of families. A young man so close to the father attempted to murder and kill his father the other day. A husband tried to murder his love, his wife, and said he didn't understand and don't know what came upon him. He was triggered. There are all kinds of triggers going on that we need to intercept. Strange fires, strange circumstances going on all over the place. You hear what families are going through and you can't make sense of it and say, what on earth is going on? There is an adversary. There is an adversary. On loose. He's been loose. He's on the loose. And Peter said, he said, be sober. Be vigilant. These are the days of being vigilant and sober. These are the days of having a sound mind. These are not the days to be arrogant, and these are not the days to be ignorant, and these are not the days to be prideful, but these are the days of being vigilant and sober. For your adversary, the devil, as a roaring lion, walking about seeking who he may devour. I refuse to be devoured. Tell somebody, I refuse to be devoured. Tell somebody, I will not be devoured. I will not be devoured in the name of Jesus. That means you can be devoured. You can't be ignorant of his devices. The Bible said in 2 Corinthians, he talks about we are not ignorant of his devices. 2 Corinthians 2:11. Lest Satan should have or get
Satan should get an advantage of us, for we are not ignorant of his devices.
We can't be in the dark anymore. We cannot be ignorant. The Bible said, for my people are destroyed for the lack of illumination, lack of light, lack of laser discernment, lack of insight, lack of a seeing eye, lack of a hearing ear. My people are destroyed. I refuse to be destroyed. Tell somebody, I refuse to be destroyed. I refuse to be in the dark. I refuse to be ignorant. You know, when you go to Ephesians, the 6th chapter, it talks about the different armor. He talks about put on the whole armor of God. And if you look at, he talks about the helmet of salvation, the shield of faith. And he talks about the belt of truth and different pieces of the armor of God. But there's one thing, there's one armor that is not here, that we so need in the days we live in like never before. And that is the armor of light. The armor of light uncovers, exposes, and it reveals the hidden plans of the enemy in darkness. The armor of light is laser discernment, that it doesn't matter what he's cooking in the womb of time. The armor of light gives you the audacity to know. Adulas, awalakus, ilatukun kasitanda kawasan, telukusun kudavasin. Romans 13:12. Romans 13:12.
The night is fast spent, the day is at hand.
Fast spent. Yes, sir.
Let us therefore cast off the works of darkness, and let us put on the armor of light.
This is an armor Ephesians 6 don't talk about. The armor of light. It exposes, it uncovers, it reveals the hidden things in darkness. I was in Atlanta, Georgia some years ago in a conference. And in the service, I felt this restlessness inside of me. And there was this heaviness on me. And I felt a spirit of grief. A spirit of grief, like waves of the spirit of grief was hitting me in the service, and I couldn't concentrate on whatever the preacher was saying. Bobby J. Mack was speaking. I couldn't hear anything. So I got up and I went to my hotel. I didn't know what to pray for, as I ought to pray. So I began to pray in the spirit. Say, Kaduwa sa, elutaku wa satan, kelunda vasaya, ilea tu kadun kalahasia, ewansi kulundi kafalandu kawatakuns, o sadiakata, lefasa utaka lemun kayan, devayanda kasakun lekaya santi kuwasalan. My mind was unfruitful. My mind was all over the place. I couldn't make sense of what I was saying, but I knew I had to trust the Spirit to pray through me. I had to let my spirit pray that knows all things, to make sense and to reveal to the Father, to communicate to the Father of all spirits what was going on in the realms of darkness that I couldn't make sense of with my natural mind and understanding. Then suddenly the awareness came to me that there was a problem with one of my sisters. So I called the husband and I said, Morris, what's going on with Dorothy? And he said, how do you know? And I said, what? And he said, she's at the intensive care. It's not looking good. It's not looking good this time around. She went to give birth to a baby. And throughout her pregnancies, she had to do cesarean.